Hey everybody, Predator here from Tech Life Forum, and today I'm going to show you a couple things that anybody who uses a PC should do on a regular basis. And a lot of people don't know this, but you need to do a couple things to keep your computer running at its top speed at the most of the time. So one program you can get for free to help you do this is CC Cleaner. Basically you can make sure everything's closed out and have it analyzed, which you don't have to analyze it first. You can just run the cleaner and it'll do this automatically. So it'll go through this setup like this. Well, not setup, but it'll go through and scan all your files and see what needs to be deleted and whatnot. And basically it'll explore your temporary files. It will check your recycle bin. It will check log files, if you're having errors and you want to get those checked out, you really should make sure log files is not checked. That way you can post those and we can see them. Also, it'll run through your Internet Explorer or Firefox or Chrome, whatever browser you're using, which you can choose in the Applications tab. And it will search through certain supported applications. As you can see, it does Firefox, Acrobat, Microsoft Office, Nero, FileZilla, Skype, Windows Live Messenger, etc., etc. You can set it to do certain things. Usually what's selected is the best, and you just run the cleaner. Not going to have it show me the message again, and it's basically just going to go through and delete a lot of those files, which should speed up your PC a fair amount if you have a lot. And it will tell you at the end how much it deleted, so we'll wait and see what that does. Something else I can show you while this is going, if your computer, once you turn it on, if you have a whole bunch of applications coming up that you really don't want coming up, you want to turn your computer on and just be able to go and not have to sit there and wait for everything to load and pop up. Something you can do is go into Start and type in msconfig and hit enter. It'll pull up the config, and basically what you can do in here is go to your startup, and as you can see I have a lot that starts up automatically, which is not good. Basically the only thing you really need that starts up automatically would be antivirus, anything for your graphics card, like I have with my Catalyst Control Center. Java doesn't need to be there. Windows Live doesn't need to be there. Updates don't need to be there. You can just hit OK on that, and you don't really have to restart it, because once you restart it, the changes will take effect, and you're not even going to know that you didn't restart it before. So as this is cleaning out here, something else you can do is check up in here. Forgot to show you. If you have, if you're dual booting and you're having issues with that, a lot of what you can find up here would be in your boot. You would have your other operating systems in here, and you can set what will go first. And you have a timeout, because when you have multiple operating systems, your BIOS will ask you which one you want to boot, and it will have a timer. So let's say you just want it to go straight to the default one, which you would set as default. You would just change your timeout to 0 seconds. But if you wanted to make sure you had the choice, you could set it to 10, 20, 30, whatever you wanted. You could set it to safe boot, which would be good if you are if you think you have a virus or something, but you can also boot in a safe mode from Windows itself. So now that this is done, I've just cleaned out 6 gigabytes of space. So, 3 gigabytes of space, sorry, 3.5. You can also have it check your registry, which there will be a lot wrong with my registry since I haven't ran this for quite a while. It'll also ask you if you want to do a backup of your registry while you're doing this, and that's recommended. I don't, but it would probably be best if you did back it up, which you would hit yes and you would just save a file somewhere, but I'm not going to do that. So I'm just going to fix all the issues, 80 something issues fixed. This, you can also use CC Cleaner to check through your startup, which it's still going to show everything is yes because I haven't restarted yet, but once I restart it will do that. You can use Drive Wiper to overwrite. You can do it on your free space or your entire drives, which would be good if you want to erase everything on a flash drive. If you really wanted to make sure that the information could not be recovered, if you're worried about somebody taking the drive and recovering your personal information, you would want to pick a more complex overwrite here. In my Windows area just crashed. Anyway, you have System Restore, which I'll also go into that here in a second too. System Restore, you can go in here, if I could spell right, you can go in here to System Restore and create restore points. That's a good thing to do every once in a while. Sometimes your computer will do it on its own, and you can also restore your computer to an earlier time just in case you've done something and you're getting blue screen issues or something along that line. Another good program, this one you'll have to buy, is Auslogics BootSpeed. Basically, you can do a lot of the things that CC Cleaner will do, but this one seems to be a little bit more complex. Right now it's going to scan my computer and see what it can find, which it should not find too much considering I just did CC Cleaner. But this is also really good to use for defragging. That way you don't have fragmented files on your hard drive. And basically what fragmented files are where Windows will save different parts of your files on different parts of your hard drive, making it take longer for certain things to happen. So basically what defragging will do is it will take those fragments, combine them together in the same place, and then you will have more free space and more things like that. And you'll see this picked up a lot more registry errors than in junk files than CC Cleaner did. It'll also pick up a lot of fragmented files, which basically after that you'll just you'll look through it, tell it to fix it, which will take some time. So right now I'm going to pause the recording and I'll get back to you once it's done scanning. Alright, so now that we have our scan done, you can go ahead and you can see your details and see what all it is, but that really doesn't matter too much. So basically you can just repair it, and it's going to run through, and right now it's cleaning out the junk files, which are temporary files. Then it's going to clean out the disk errors. Now it's going to defrag, which the defrag might take a bit of time. So I'm just going to pause it here until it's done repairing everything. Alright, so basically now it's done. Some of the errors it won't be able to do. You can click it and go through all these and see what was and wasn't done, and whatnot. But basically then you can close that. You can look at your performance. It'll check your performance and seeing what's going on. It's going to tell me my disks are fragmented even though it just defragged them. So basically you can do all this stuff it wants you to do. You don't have to. So just read through all these. You can do this, disable service. I could disable this, but I have a Wi-Fi adapter. I've already done this. See, it's all this kind of stuff. You can have it defrag when you boot, which that'll just slow your boot time, so you don't have to do that. You can speed up your shutdown. You can update your drivers, which another good thing to do to update your drivers would be to right-click computer, go to manage. It's going to take a second and then it will pop up. You will go to device manager. Basically in here is where you can look through your drivers. It'll tell you what your drivers, you can update your driver software, whatnot. If you're using a graphics card, sound card, anything like that, you'll want to not do it this way. You'll want to go to the website, which I have an ATI graphics card. So I would go to ati.com, which is going to be the wrong website. No, it's not. It'll take you to amd.com. And basically here you'll download the correct drivers, which will allow your graphics card to function properly. Which you can see